We're live in 4, 3, 2, 1. I think we're live. All right, we got minimal people here today so far. Hey everybody, this is Joe. I'm Joe. It's Friday. Welcome back to the STD podcast. What's up? Need some napkins?
What's that wing?
Oh yeah, another wing for sure. We're here. Don is not with us tonight. He got in a slight car accident last week, supposedly. I wasn't there, so I can't say for sure. We got hey Dobes, what's up, baby? Pat is on his way. He'll be there with Melissa's coming. I don't know if she's going to be on the air or not with us. Mel, as we call her in the group chat. As you can tell, it's quite cold in the garage tonight. It's fucking freezing.
We need to hold
on.
Get some balance.
Oh, we gotta plug in that one. We gotta plug in that one light because I use that one light for the heater.
No, it's fine. That means balance.
Oh, you're sitting over there. So they I got you. Well, you want to get next to the heater too. We got two heaters, one right behind Tom over there.
Yeah.
Be careful because if you move it to the side, it's gonna tip over because that's a cheap heater. And we got one over here. It was right by Tom's feet. What else was I going to talk about before we got into it? Oh, I heard Pat's door is closed, so he's coming in now. Oh yeah, Don's not going to be here tonight, as I said earlier. Happy V-Day.
Yeah.
Oh, Veterans. Yeah, this is our big Veterans Day show. We're going to get into that. We got a whole bunch of veteran stuff because Don's not here, and me and Tom are both in one of the services, I think, and we're going to get into some of that stuff. The Marine Corps birthday's tomorrow.
Yep.
Now, most people
tell me happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Marine.
Right.
Tomorrow, belated birthday. By the time we're off the air, well, it's a birthday in Zulu time right now. Yeah. It's Marine birthday Zulu time. So if you're in the Marines, happy birthday. Or if you were in the Marines.
If you're in the Philippines or whatever it is.
Right. You're like watching from the Guam base. All three of us who would probably know who they are. They're not in the Guam base. It's Dobie and probably Sue and a couple other guys. Not at the fucking Guam base. Have you ever been to Guam?
No. I have never been anywhere in the Pacific.
You never been to Hawaii, Korea, Japan, any of those bases?
No. In the military, I was pretty much the Carolinas, Maryland, and then Ireland, and then Kuwait, and then.
You did nothing in Camp Pendleton, or
no? Never went to the West Coast.
Here's our people. Oh, she bought a bunch of cookies.
Cookies.
Unplug that heater and plug in that heater because we can only run two heaters because it's going to blow the circuit like last time.
How about say thank you for?
I'm saying, I know. Thanks for bringing the heater, brother. I'm just describing it as we're going. We're live.
We're live. Burn down the garage.
Yeah, we didn't want to. I didn't want to. I had three heaters going before. But it just blew it up. No, those are regular cookies.
Yeah, Melissa brought cookies.
All right, go ahead.
Bring them over yonder.
So join the group here, Pat.
Don't we have to plug in the heater? You said.
Yeah, we can do that. Let's unplug that heater by time. We'll plug it in.
This one is crap. So.
Yeah, that one's bullshit, dude. And those two heaters are exactly alike, and that one's fucking bullshit compared to that one.
Well, it's probably all wired all janky.
It's cold as fuck in here, Melissa. Just to let you know.
Yeah, so I brought the heater.
Yeah, in case you didn't know, if you're just joining us, which nobody's just joining us.
Yeah, I can actually put it right here.
What if we were in
so it blows under the table?
Like one of those professional studios, and
that
would say you're just joining us because we got like 300 viewers, and then they'd be like, "Oh wow, just joining us." I should probably send a link out to people. We got the 3 people who normally follow when the link goes live, and then for some reason all the other subscribers don't go live when we pop it. So let's see.
Power. Hi. Oscillating.
All right, now if we lose power, we're gonna have to flip it because this garage only can take so many amps, man. Speaking of amps, there's Eric. Hey, babe. I went and watched this movie earlier with Dennis. We went to Strongsville.
Okay.
You ever been to Cinemark in Strongsville?
Inside the mall?
Yeah.
Explain to people who Dennis is.
Dennis is my buddy. He's not listening to the podcast because he's an idiot, but he was supposed to go. He's my buddy. He used to work with us, with me and Tom, and then he's touring fucking South America and different places. But he was supposed to go to Asia.
Okay.
On Monday.
Does he speak any other languages?
Not in Asia. No, he speaks Spanish now.
Okay.
Well, he's supposed to he's supposed to go to Asia on. God damn it! We fucking burnt the thing. We had things too hot, man. We're still all right here. We got to. We still got power in this though. All right, now listen, guys. We went to we plugged in the heater, so we can't enjoy heat and.
Yeah, I'll unplug this. You want to go reset it?
Yeah, I gotta go reset the trigger thing there, man. So.
Okay, I've unplugged that one just so it won't go. Okay. And then
do you want to unplug that heater and just plug in this one? Or you think?
That's fine.
All right, yeah, let's do that. Well, let's do it when we get back.
Spooky.
entertain the guys until I get back. We lost power. We kicked the trooper thing. Man.
Just in the garage.
Right. In the garage.
All right, so hey,
Oh, they're gonna
how's it going?
It's going. What's going on?
Not much.
This is Halloween show part 2.
Yeah, I know it's spooky.
So how was your weekend? Week?
Oh, it was pretty crappy. So
Crappy.
things breaking this weekend.
Oh no.
So the first thing is that the new
It's
van.
following you. It's your bad luck apparently.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Is the check engine light went,
Oh man.
but that was just a like the fuel tank was like evaporative system leak. It was stupid. But I had to drive out to Mentor this morning to try to get it fixed. Yeah. So it was a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
And then our boiler, so we have boiler heat, right? So instead of a furnace, so it heats up water, runs through pipes in the house, and there's radiators in the house. The pressure valve is leaking too, so apparently got lots of leaks going on.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. So
I
everything
got
is
like car trouble myself. It's
Oh,
just-
hey, Jimmy, turn the studio lights on, buddy.
What is it doing?
It's just like smart, like the engine. It just like feels shaky when you move the wheel and shit. I thought it might be I filled the power steering fluid
You're right.
today, hoping that's what it is. But it just I don't know. It just feels a little unsteady.
Yeah.
Is it the engine or the
I'm hoping it's just
is the
steering.
engine stuttering or is it the
I'm hoping it's just the steering. I mean, the engine. It might be the engine too.
Like the power
engine,
steering?
The engine feels like it's sputtering a little when you.
yeah?
All right, we're back with the lights. We lost a viewer
No.
when we
Well,
we went to
was if you were in the house
Are
Right.
in the garage.
Are you good with cars, Tom? You know what that would be? If
If it's doing this, it might be like a loose tie rod end or something. Because tie rod ends keep your tires going straight.
What about a sputtering engine? What could that be?
Fuel? You know,
Well, what kind of car? What
usually
year's your car?
transmission will
Oh,
slip or like jerk
2005.
if it's a
Oh.
transmission.
I didn't get a warning light or anything like that.
No. Could be. I know if you have mushy brakes, you might have water in your brake lines. That's what I had.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it just like went down to the floor.
No, they're not that bad.
Yeah, and then
I was driving through.
but
that.
if it's like jerky, it's probably something with like the linkage of where your like steering
You know,
or your tie rod ends.
What's your least favorite car problem? You know what I don't like is when your transmission starts to slip.
My least favorite car problem is when my car doesn't start.
Yeah.
This car. I mean, I don't like when the steering pump goes.
That's probably.
You're trying to turn the wheel. It's like you're fucking
Oh yeah.
grabbing a goddamn full-size Tonka truck and shit.
No more power steering.
Have you ever had a car without power steering?
Yeah, when I was in Iraq, we had an old van that we'd use, and then I was the car washer for UPS for a little bit, and a lot of those UPS trucks, the older ones, don't have any power steering. So when you're inside the UPS warehouse and you have to like maneuver these things around, you're really yanking on them.
I mean, how long did you work for UPS? Do you fuck everything about that job? What did you do?
Probably around a year I worked there.
You was this right out of the army? Or was it right out of the
No,
Marines?
this is before the military. This is when I was going to University of Akron.
You lost some weight when you worked at UPS, didn't you? How old
Yeah.
were you when you first signed up?
Oh, 20.
Really? Okay. I was 18, man. I was right out of high school.
Yeah. No, I wanted to go in the military right out of high school, but I was too smart for the military.
Oh, happy early Veterans Day.
We was talking about that. It's the Marine tomorrow. You don't know this because you don't hang around many vets, but tomorrow November 10th is the Marine Corps birthday. Because as any Marine will tell you, in like 75? Was it 75, 1775, or 1777? Or 1776?
1776.
1776 in some tavern in Philadelphia.
Ton Tavern.
Ton Tavern. It's a bar. Is it still there? Ton Tavern? Is it still in the house? Okay.
Yeah, it's now it's like a national monument.
Okay. That's there was like 5 guys.
Where he's from?
Pizza Hut.
It's a smoky sriracha.
Ooh.
It's not hot. It's just a little smoky, but it's more barbecue than anything else.
But the
Oh, wait on.
Nah, fuck. I got my books.
we yeah. So at this tavern, these 5 guys. How many was it? 5 guys? 5, 6 guys?
I should know, but I got out over 10 years ago, so
Don't they indoctrinate that you into the?
they do. But now that's been 14 years since 15 years since I actually was in boot camp and was doing classes with this.
What are you planning on doing with 5 guys?
Ha All right. I'm only sending it to the 2 groups because no other groups fucking pop. We got 5. We're up to 5 groups now. 4. Down to 4.
Yeah.
All right. Here we go. Power string and space humans. All right. So yes, as we was talking about earlier, tomorrow is the Marine Corps birthday, and then right after the Marine Corps birthday is Veterans Day. Do you know the origins of Veterans Day, Mr. Pat? It used to be called Armistice Day because the 11th day of the 11th hour, the 11th month, the 11th minute, the 11th second, back in 1919 is when we ended World War One.
No shit. Oh, that's Veterans Day from that long. Wow.
Yeah, that's the origins of it. And after World War II, they call it veteran because we call it Veterans Day.
Okay, I thought that Veterans Day had something to do with World War II.
I mean, it has everything.
That's when they converted over from Armistice Day to Veterans Day.
Gotcha.
Right, after World War II, because World War II was the fucking World War I was supposed to be the war to end all wars, and then we had
There's another one.
There's another one. We forgot to
within a lifetime.
Yeah, but basically what happened was the Germany people were required to pay reparations of so many billions of dollars. It was insane for the Kaiser and all that, and the people just got so poor that it got to the point where they were pushing fucking wheelbarrows full of money because the money was useless. You get paid.
I heard about that.
You get paid in the morning, your money is fucking doubled by the afternoon. It's freaking useless.
Oh yeah. You get like whatever.
Yeah, Deutschmarks.
Yeah, so you get like 1,000 Deutschmarks for the day's work. By tomorrow, a loaf of bread is 5,000.
It's called hyperinflation type shit. And so what happened was there was discord that grew amongst the people, and people think that Hitler just came up in the power right away. And there was several attempts to do it. Most people weren't really against the Jews during the World War II. Most Germans, there was only like 10-20% of people really against Jews. But shit, no.
Nope.
Lick your fingers, bro.
Yeah.
Well, so all these Tracy, baby, hell yeah. But see the Jews, the German people were so they were complacent, but they just followed everything that came down from Hitler. That's where the comparisons of Hitler and Trump come in, or that people are just like, all right, now it's whatever, but over time, but nowadays you're not gonna let people get fucking exterminated.
Yeah,
it's a different era, different world, different time. But I mean the basic core of it is there. You know what I mean?
Let's see what's up.
Sweet sriracha.
Let's sing in the record smoking. What's up, Pat? We're live, man. Come on, come drink my way, man.
He's weighing it up.
Hey, what's up?
I'm interacting with the audience, man.
Fucking Leprechaun TV. If you get a chance out there, chill it, buddy. If you get a chance out there, enjoy this stuff, man. He's got a couple thousand subscribers.
Like Arsenio Hall, interacting with the audience going in.
Enjoying the cold. I think it's 28 degrees outside and a balmy 31 in here.
Yeah, it's probably about 40 degrees. No, actually, with the wind being blocked, I say it's about 50 in here. Well, we can see our breath still.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Right?
25 degrees? No. Maybe it's colder.
My car said it was 28 when I pulled in, so.
Yeah, this cat meeting, dude. It's getting a little bit out of control.
Oh, that cat meeting is
out of control.
Half the things don't even make sense anymore.
Well, they're just taking stuff like stop sign. That's why I said no. It's gotten to the point where
random things.
It's
people who don't even know how to meme correctly. Just posting random things that a bunch of boomers going in just typing random stuff on there.
Yeah, if you go to if you just type into Google white cat meme generator, you just type in whatever, and it's got. I mean, I've done probably half a dozen myself just because they're funny. But I mean, after a while, it's just like I even declared the other day, white cat meme for president, it was getting funny. But I think we've reached peak meme. It's kind of decreased a little bit. It's jumped the shark because especially today, man. Erica,
it's going Harambe.
Right, Erica, my friend Erica, she's listening. I love you, Erica. But man, I've never gotten so many inbox pictures of the memes today, bro. Jeez, it was one after another. I couldn't even accurate. Propane heaters. We need that. Propane heaters. How much are propane heaters? Way too expensive.
Did you get one of those big restaurant ones they have out on the patios?
Oh, like right by
so it's like the thing up there.
When they're like, we got patio seating, and you're sitting out back next to the dumpster. Guys taking a snow break and shit. All right, so Pat, man, how was your week, buddy?
Hey, I made a decision, man. I'm gonna do that show.
The one on the 23rd.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it, man. Why not?
Fuck it, dude. That's gonna be cold. Hopefully, it doesn't snow that day.
I'll do it. Need one on there.
People were freaking out this last week, man. It snowed a little bit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, always.
It was like tripping, dude. We didn't really get much. I was at work and it was like going around downtown and shit, but it wasn't much.
But depending on the weather, I think I'm gonna do it.
Oh yeah.
Why not? I need some exposure.
I'm still thinking about doing there was a show. What I gathered because I was talking with Mayo. couple weeks ago. Came over. I got a funny story about this. So we're sitting up here. It was me and Mayo. We're in the garage, and his girls with him, or a girl with him. I can't remember her name, but we was there smoking.
Up here?
Yeah, just right here smoking and bullshitting.
What was this?
Like probably Monday, Tuesday, just BSing for a little bit. And the garage door open. It was middle of the day. It was Monday. And guy comes up.
Suspicious.
Yeah, it wasn't when he comes up and like, how you doing? The guy's running for council. It's Dwayne something or whatever.
Dwayne Lippert?
Yeah.
He's my neighbor.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I bought my house from his family.
No shit. Yeah, but he comes up and I just bullshit. And says, hey, how you doing? Yeah, we start chatting for a little bit. He was in the Army Guards. He talked about Iraq for a little bit.
Yeah, he's my neighbor.
But that was
I
just
know
like,
him since I was like 3 years old.
no shit.
Oh, yeah.
Small world.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah,
It was
so
like 3 houses away from me.
his uncle or whatever, I bought my house from.
Okay.
After he passed away, yeah.
He won. He ended up winning the council seat, council at large. Here in North Olmsted.
Oh, wait a minute. This is a younger guy or older guy?
Middle-aged,
He's
probably
he's
40s.
a little bit older than me. I'd say
Okay,
45,
this is
46, yeah.
okay.
At the
I
house.
live by his dad. That's Dwayne Jr. So I live by his dad, Dwayne Sr.
Okay.
I don't know him that well.
I actually had to. I ended up emailing him about like the first year I bought my house because I live in a dead-end street.
Yeah.
And we had some people like zipping down the street and then slamming on the brakes at the dead end and then hightailing it back in reverse, hopped up over the curb, that kind of thing. And so when I contacted my councilman or whatever, to get like additional no outlet signs put in, emailed the guy, like the ward representative, no response. So I emailed him, and he had another sign up there that day.
Wow.
I think within like 24 hours.
That's pretty fast, man.
Right? So I'm kind of impressed. And then I actually emailed him asking if he knew the family that I bought from was gay, related to him. So
Okay.
So what happened when he came here?
Oh, we just talked for a little bit. It was just funny because we were pretty fried at the time. It was it was in our chilling. It was just one of those things. Yeah, but it was just funny. He ended up winning the freaking seat again. Well, he was already. I think he was the incumbent.
Okay.
The way they work it here is, I asked him, or I looked it up. There's always every year somebody's running.
Yeah.
For councils, the council at large, and there's like 3 wards or something like that.
4 wards in North Olmsted.
Okay. It only takes. We went down to 2. Jeez. Well, we were at 7, so that's just probably popping in and out. But yeah, they said I asked the one guy a couple years ago. He said you only have to have 25 signatures to get on the ballot.
Yeah.
I could easily do that. I can get 25 signatures. I get 25 people.
That's got to be 25, like.
Legit, yeah.
But it has to be residents, right?
Right.
It can't just be like some people from Cleveland.
Oh, well, I mean, no shit, Pat. You.
We're
We're
halfway there.
Right, fucking just doing that. And then after that, man, I mean, you just got to, it's fucking 2019. All you can do is say something crazy and just to get, like, North Olmsted needs to have a moon base. And, then the article goes fucking viral. North Olmsted Councilman candidate Joe, hey, there's Don.
Hi, Don.
What's up, Don? We were just talking about if we were going to, when the podcast really takes off, hopefully, and we're going to have a movie, and who would play us in the movie. And we're trying to figure out what actors would play you in the movie.
I think Bert Kreischer should play me.
Bert Kreischer?
Yeah.
Well, I think Don's gonna have to have a couple actors because he, as you know, he's a little hefty, a little bigger than most people. So we're gonna maybe 2 or 3 guys. Like we could dig up John Candy's corpse and strap that to John Goodwin.
Bert Kreischer can play me in that scene because he takes his shirt off. That time I take my shirt off to wax.
He was at the MGK. It was what was it called? What was his one? This is good. It was called Roverfest. You ever seen Rover is on Buzzard?
I was listening this morning.
He was they had a Roverfest out there. The last one, I think it was 18 or 19. It might have been 18, yeah. And MGK was there, but Bert Kreischer was there, and it's kind of odd to be at a show like that, and performing stand up.
He's gonna show.
It was like a rock show. It's all music artists, right?
Yeah. MGK was there, and a couple other bands. No, it was out in fucking Lorraine.
He's performing at the Agora, and he's taping for his Netflix special at the Agora. I think that's pretty cool.
Don could probably open up for Bert. I wouldn't put me on that level yet. But
did you hear that Eddie Murphy might come back to stand up, man? I'm excited about that.
No shit.
That's what he's talking about. Yeah.
Is he getting bored?
I think so.
What was the last thing he did? Was Shrek being the donkey?
Oh, the movies?
I thought they were gonna do.
I mean, like in the limelight of actually like acting, producing, making something of worthwhile. Was it like Shrek 3?
Well, no, he had a Netflix movie called Black Dolomite. It's supposed to be pretty good.
Pimping hose and a clock and a grip like my name was Dolomite.
Yeah. I think it's supposed to be based on true story.
That's a great song. Pippin Holes look like a grip like my name was
Yeah,
Dolomite.
so he's got that. And
and
he's
it's
getting a
all-
lot of recognition for that. It's on.
Okay.
It's like him and Wesley Snipes. It's supposed to be pretty good. I haven't seen it.
Have you ever seen that porn star Wesley Pipes?
Nope.
No. But the last time he's been making movies.
There's people out there know that Don knows what I'm talking
He's been
about.
churning out maybe 1 or 2 movies a year. But the last time he had a legitimate stand-up special was probably Raw, which is like 30.
That was like 35 years ago.
Yeah.
Raw and Delirious, bro. Growing up in the 90s, even in the 90s, people just watched it all the time. You ever seen Raw and Delirious, the Eddie Murphy specials?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like fucking, that's like the inspiration for most people coming up to comedy.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy. He was just fucking
He was only like 19 years old when he was on Saturday Night Live.
Isn't that crazy?
And he's hosting Saturday Night Live after
That's what, yeah.
after 35 years.
You
Yeah.
remember he hosted the special and they wanted him to do,
They wouldn't do shit.
no, they wanted him to play a Bill Cosby in a sketch. He wouldn't do it.
No,
Was
well,
this pre or post?
This was right after this is like the 40th anniversary special, whatever
There was like a-
anniversary special
there
was.
was like a
So
long
it was
period.
after we found out all the
Yeah, he wouldn't do it. He would not do it.
He did Bill Cosby when he accepted the Mark Twain Award, which is I don't know if you know what that is. It's the Mark Twain Award. They give that to you for like entertainers, like comedians mostly. It's through the White House. It's like a big thing, and he won it a couple years ago, and in front of like prestigious people because it's the White House, DC, and he did a Bill Cosby thing. He's like, I think Bill Cosby got one of these, and he just went in about he's in jail, and he did this. A
I'll have
president
to
in
look that up.
jail.
Is that actually on YouTube?
Yeah,
I'll have to look
and
that
it's
up.
very recent too. And I think that was like the last. I think that was like the last. I guess that counts as stand-up, but he's been on like talk shows and he won't.
So he's running the circuit now.
Yeah,
Is he just like promoting his Netflix show?
I think he's right now is promoting his Netflix movie, but he's going to be hosting Saturday Night Live, and sometime soon, probably sometime next year, he's going to start doing stand. He's going to go on the road and
Oh,
stand
nice.
up. But yeah, but there was a long period of time where he was doing movies, but he'd go on these talk shows and he wouldn't be funny. And like all these talk show hosts would like coax him into try to get him to, but he wouldn't do anything. He'd just be like all mellow and
Well,
shit.
the thing, you can. Dave Chappelle did the same thing. When you reach a certain plateau, like, and there's only you're so sick of doing the same shit. You're like, fuck
I thought
this.
that-
Fuck
you know what, I thought
I'm
Dave
not
Chappelle-
I'm not a clown. I'm sick of that.
Right,
I want to do
right.
something different.
I know, but I thought Dave Chappelle would never. go back
Chappelle
to
was
stand-up.
so typecast by white people and everything. They wanted, do your Rick James bitch sketch all the time. He got so dumb with it. He
Yeah,
was just like,
nervous
fuck this.
breakdown.
Yeah, he did. They
But-
did real on it. It's actually kind of interesting.
But Saturday Night Live,
He just
just
like $50 million or something.
yeah, but and also like Saturday Night Live had like a 40th anniversary or something a couple years ago, and Chris Rock and some other people paid like a 10-minute tribute to Eddie Murphy's time
Oh,
on Saturday Night Live, showing all the clips. And then they introduce him, and you think after that he's gonna go and be like, do his impressions on live and be like the greatest fucking thing. But no, he's just on there for all 2 minutes saying, thank you everybody, I appreciate it, and walks off. God damn. So now he's going back, now he's
I wonder if he's been
easily,
writing jokes for the last 20 years. Like Garth Brooks, I know he like someone who was famous and then went away for a while.
and he
For one reason or another.
came back as another dude in the late 90s.
Yeah.
Chris Gaines,
Chris Gaines, yeah.
It was so corny. It was
Come back.
the
somehow.
music wasn't that bad. It wasn't a bad CD, but the whole thing was just like, man, come on.
I mean, maybe
Grunge,
I guess maybe fame,
corny ass shit.
I guess maybe fame does something to you. You want to go another direction, people just want you to do.
Well,
There's only one way to find out. That's get famous and stupid rich.
When you control your own destiny in the world, like Dave Chappelle can do whatever he wants for the rest of his life. Like if he wants to keep doing stand-up specials,
Right,
he can. If he wants to stop and go farm, in fucking middle of nowhere, Ohio, he can do that too.
If you just want to sit in the mansion and just do nothing, you can because it's all paid. You already have the money to pay for everything.
And I guess maybe that's what Eddie Murphy was thinking. I don't know, but just being a fan of stand-up, and he's like a legend. He's a living legend. I'd like to see him.
Yeah, after a while, I'd probably get sick of that shit. Well, anyways, like I said, it's Veterans Day.
I'll keep talking about
on
it.
tangent.
Yeah, we go with tangents. We don't have a format. We're not organized. We're severe potheads in the show. So
I never,
We have a scribbled list that we read sometimes.
right. I mean, we got families. We got adults. We got shit going on.
Start talking about it.
Stuff happens.
We're gonna
You
do
know,
a stunt.
I don't know. It's kind of fucking cold, so that's kind of like a stunning.
See how long we can take our shirts off and see how long we can.
Have you ever taken a shirt off at a football game? Hey, man,
I've never done that.
It's fucking cold sometimes. One time I was fucking freezing.
Should I take my
If
shirt off?
you put enough paint
Yeah.
on you and then
What's
like
the
a
thing
paint
says
shirt,
shirt off?
do you stay warm?
No, you don't.
What if it's
so
latex?
cold? One time I was down in Ohio State, right?
That's
Ohio
what
State,
I'm
Michigan, 2002, and we were all everybody painted their stuff up, and I painted mine right here, but it was cold, so I put my shirt back down,
Yeah.
and I'm just looking like I had this red paint all my chest, looking like I was a fucking burn victim and shit. It was ridiculous.
See how I can take my shirt off for the rest of the podcast.
All right, Pat's doing a Bert Kreischer thing. He's gonna take his shirt off the rest of the podcast. All right, this is cool.
Calm down, Melissa. Calm down.
That'll be
Let's
the
see your hands.
side distraction while we talk about veteran stuff. Me and Tom will, because it's Veterans Day. Now, as you guys may know, I was in the Air Force, the United States Air Force, whatever.
Who?
So,
Is that it? Who?
aim high
No, aim high.
or
Or,
something like that.
don't you have a grunt?
We used to go cool.
Cool.
And Tom over here was in the Marine Corps, or U.S. Marines, as they like to say.
Yeah.
Like they like you talk to any Marine,
I heard that.
they say I was in the U.S. Marines. They don't, it's like.
No, you say I am a Marine.
I would, well, I figured you're gonna be the fucking Royal Marines. I mean, you didn't have to say U.S. It's kind of
They're the Merchant Marines.
it's kind of implied. Did you have a tracheotomy? Did you have surgery when you were little? What's that?
Drink really hot coffee and spill it.
Where?
Right here. Oh, you like as a zipper? You got a pacemaker?
Oh, this?
Yeah. Is that, were you a preemie?
You just called me a Kate. You say I look like a caveman.
That's your nickname now.
He was a preemie.
Caveman.
He's a
Oh,
fucking
there was,
preemie.
man. So what?
All right. So what?
You got the gorilla hair going on. No hair on the arms, and then like
I know.
forearms.
That's all weird.
You got some big ass nibbles too, bro.
Yeah.
You got a third nipple right in the middle like a cyclops. That bitch blinked at me and shit. I forgot. Okay, we was going over this in the pre-staff meeting, and I forgot what the first word was. What was that one?
Oh, discount. So your favorite discount place.
All right, so as you may know, a lot of these places, a lot of businesses, they do veterans discounts year round. Some will do veterans discounts just on Veterans Day. A lot of places they do meal. Now, I'll start with Applebee's back in 2008, 9.
Free meal.
Oh, yeah.
Applebee's had a free meal, and then after that, man, everything took off. For some reason, it's like goddamn Christmas, 4th of July, New Year's all rolled into one.
Yeah.
There is, you can fucking throw a stone and hit 15 places or give away.
You could feed yourself for a week if you kept it all left over.
BJ's, fucking Applebee's, still.
Well, they don't want to be
good.
the business or the restaurant that doesn't, salute the veterans.
Well, what's funny to me
Right.
is like when they'll do a veterans meal, or like, they'll try, but they'll like, here's a free blooming onion. Man, motherfucker, I ain't coming all the way out to the goddamn Roadhouse or wherever the fuck it is. I actually give
Outback Steakhouse.
yes, Outback.
Yeah,
Outback's the free blooming onion.
Those things are good, man.
They're
They
good,
are good.
but I mean,
The sauce is amazing.
but if you got BJ's, it's $15 meal, and
Applebee's, you got your whole list of
Texas
like
Roadhouse
much-
is doing a fucking list this long. Panera has fucking.
They're
free
like,
shit.
here's an appetizer.
Hey, you're gonna. Yeah, I'm not. I'm cool with the fuck. I mean, not.
We're so spoiled.
I know we're privileged.
Like, what do you mean you're giving me a free $8 appetizer?
I'm turning down your free posh stuff, and I want my more free stuff.
Especially when like some places are free coffee for cost them like 50 cents.
Oh, when I was in, we were in a couple of Veterans Days ago. We were in DC, and I was in 2017 because we were there for the Browns Ravens game. And everywhere we went, I just got a fucking coffee. Like I was getting Starbucks coffees here. I got like 4 of them just because I went to Starbucks.
Yeah,
it's cool.
That's the one thing I do is make sure I get the free coffee, and then I know what is it, Little Caesars,
free.
like the $5 hot and ready whatever, that's free. And then I think we did that in the past. They usually get the coffee. I don't do the restaurants just because it's so crowded, full of all the old cranky boomer restaurants with their. I don't like the hats. Like the USS Kearsarge.
You like those hats?
No.
When you're in the service,
when you're in the military, it's so campy, and they just want to be. I don't know.
I don't know.
What I've
all
gathered,
those guys from the greatest generation,
okay.
You say the greatest generation, but more men in World War II dodged the draft than they did in Vietnam.
I believe it. But what I'm saying is, if you've seen some shit, you can. After you've seen some shit. The ones that served in the World War II, Korean War.
The average guy.
You should do whatever you want.
Let me tell you a secret. Very little veterans actually see some shit. 9 out of 10 military members are support for the 10%.
And I'm not disrespecting you guys.
Right.
Oh, no.
But 9 out of 10 military members are support for the 10% that may be like actual like combat veterans, and even then, half of those, not combat veterans, but like infantry guys.
Yeah,
Depending on the era, actually, see, when in Vietnam, was they were pretty much all over there.
Yeah.
But especially now with like Gulf War.
Oh, there's so many contractors, dude. You know that during the during the first Gulf War, there were 32 service members for every one contract, right?
Yeah.
After 9/11 and all that, there was 1-to-1 ratio contract.
Oh yeah, I believe it. Halliburton, KBR.
Yeah.
People would get out of the service and just go right back to the desk. I got friends to this day.
I know guys that did that. The reason was, like, because I was with helicopters, and we'd have aircraft mechanics, and so they'd be over there with us, and I think I forgot to tell the story before. They would be low rank, lance corporals, PFCs, that kind of thing, making piddly money, 25 grand a year, deployed, tax free, working on aircraft, working 12-hour days, 7 days a week, the entire deployment, and getting shit on by their supervisors. They would get out, get hired immediately by like Bell Aero or whoever makes helicopters, go back overseas, make $174,000 working 8-hour shifts 6 days a week.
Wow.
And then at any time they could say, I don't want to be here, I'm done, I'm gonna go home. And the company would send them home because then they're liability and replace it with somebody else who immediately would sign up and do that same thing.
Yeah, the war, the post 9/11 war is such a fucking moneymaker. So not even just the service members, just the contractors. So I mean, you had guys, the Halliburton guys work in the laundry room and shit.
Oh yeah.
So
and the guys blowing the air out of the air filter in the vehicles was making 95 grand a year,
Wow.
Yeah,
tax free.
Tax-free.
You know how money worked over there?
What's that?
So basically, if you're a business and you're KBR or Halliburton and you want to do something over there, the government says, okay, for every employee you have over there, we're going to give you $285,000 to pay for that employee. You as the company is like, okay, I'm going to hire somebody to do something for $100,000 a year. So that guy is going to get paid 100 grand a year. It's great for him, but then you as the company gets to pocket 185.
They would pay the. You know what's funny too? We're kind of jumping the list here. We're talking about Iraq off kilter, but did you have the gate guys who guarding the base and all that? Well, they're foreign nationals.
Jumbo.
We had guys from Sierra Leone, cool as fuck, awesome. But these guys would get paid $400 a month. Yeah, and it's like what I didn't get is we would go have to go to the chow hall, right? To go eat, show your ID. Then we got some fucking foreign guy from fucking Sierra Leone checking out ID, going to the chow hall. Why is this happening? Like,
what is the purpose?
You know my exact thing. I went through an in-depth security clearance.
Yeah.
This guy, is God bless him. He's got a job, but why is this guy here?
I've got secret security clearance. Everyone in my family and my extended family, but
so much shit just to get over there. Chem gear, everything, balancing weapons, all that, and then fucking boom. There's some random guy from Africa guarding the fucking base.
They were Veterans Day shitting on.
Right. But definitely shout outs to all the companies who do that for the veterans. You guys don't do that. We all appreciate that from the veteran community, even though we do sound.
So what's your
privileged.
usual routine for Veterans Day?
Usually I get up, I'll go to like Denny's or Bob Evans. Bob Evans to get the meal there, and then it takes.
Do you wear the hat?
I don't. Sometimes if I got something, if I can
Do
find.
you wear a shirt?
If I can find one
jacket or something like that.
I might.
Bandana.
I don't know. Nothing else.
Bow tie.
But yeah, then I'll go to. Usually we'll hit up BJ's for lunch.
Yeah.
Samira from work, and then
That's not bad.
Shirley Horry. It's fucking. $15 meal, man.
The thing is that if you're a veteran, everyone knows the emails and they got websites going around.
I mean, it's
And you can plan out your entire day of just going one place to another, and then I'm gonna go. Then I can go to the batting cages. They'll give me 100 free swings at swings and things for veterans. In between meals, and then on the way you get some coffee at Dunkin' Donuts for free.
Right, and stop at the Starbucks and go. I mean, I'll look up the family too. I mean, I'll just bring home. I'll get the hot and ready for the kids.
We don't tell people.
Yeah, I mean, the people who do it don't give a fuck. I mean, the families suffer just as much as the veterans, if not more. I mean, deployed wives, if we're being honest, deployed spouse is a harder job than being deployed. in some aspects. I mean, we get the over there you get the rules and whatever, but we don't have to worry about mowing the lawn over there. You don't have to worry about feeding yourself. The bills are pretty much on auto pay. You don't have to worry about even laundry. The guy does laundry.
Yeah, I got out of the military so I could have a family just because I didn't have to deal with being deployed and having a spouse back home or missing kids' birthdays. Because I know the Marines, it was 7-month deployments, which is a long time. But the Army guys, they had like 1 year, 13 months.
Yeah.
50 months. When I was over there, 50 months it was kind of.
Dude, that's a ridiculous amount of time
You can't
to be away from your family. You're missing giant chunks of your child's development.
Dude, when back in 2000, all my shit was voluntary.
I could imagine missing the entire first year of my child's life.
That's what happened with Jimmy. Nicky was a baby. She was about 8 months old. And they said, you know what, let's try Iraq. And Jimmy, Jimmy, they were both already born because Jimmy was born in 2010. So Jimmy was probably about 5-6 months or so. And we were being smart. I was like, I'm done with this Iraq trip. Good aspects and bad aspects. The benefits, we got so much fucking killer being like, it's great. I'm gonna have tens of thousands of dollars. Yeah, I mean, when I first came home, I missed Jimmy's birthday. You can see on Facebook, all my trips live Facebook from like January of 2011 until
He live streamed the entire deployment.
It
It cost him $100,000 in data.
My picture with
what year was it?
Steve Harwell, 2011. This is when the base was closing. We were the second to last deployment to go before the base closed.
What base?
Or Cook Regional Air Base, the Crab, as they called it. And yeah, when I came home, man, Jimmy, he was just a little baby. He hadn't seen me in 5 months. And he when I went to go pick him up, he pulled away because he didn't recognize me. I was like, oh, poor Jimmy. And I was like, after that, I was like, I'm never deploying again. I mean, I still did a couple summer camps, but I never did any.
Yeah.
Fucking
Short stints are
2 weeks before work. So yeah, that's ridiculous.
because you'll never get that time back.
Exactly. And I didn't have kids till I was probably about 14, 15 years in the Guard. So I can name these things.
You already saw the life that.
Yeah. I was on the fucking back nine by then, dude. By the time I got back from Iraq, I mean, it was just like fucking.
How old were you in again?
I was in the Guard for exactly 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah, right out of high school, right up until 2015. But I kind of bookended the way I did. I only really did like 18 because like I enlisted my senior year of high school.
Yeah.
And then like I didn't deploy or I didn't go to basic until November, and then I got back to the Guard base. So I was like kind of like 6 months truncated out there. And then on the end, I did like all the year of guard drills in October of that 14 fiscal year. So I didn't do anything until I did one last drill in May, and that was it.
I think I was.
Processing drill.
I think that's why I missed you 20. I probably missed you like right after you got deployed. Probably.
Yeah, it's probably right on
We
there.
should probably bounce around that to get to the good questions. Like one of them, since you discussed what you did, if you could do it again, what would you do? Would you change it? Would you change anything different?
Well,
Active duty, go officer.
Well, I mean, knowing what I know now is obviously different because some of the benefits changed when I first started. Like when I first started, there was no 9/11. You know what I mean? The GI Bill was a lot different. Back then, it was the Montgomery GI Bill, selected reserve, and then we had certain enlistments you could get the GI Bill kicker.
Yeah.
So for college, I would get like $600 a month from the GI Bill, and then the Guard would pay the tuition assistance. So like. I'd go to college for free, and then the Guard would pay $600 a month. That paid for rent pretty much while I was down at Kent, and then the the tuition assistance covered that. Maybe 1 or 2 semesters I did the student loan. But when I first signed up, I was gonna go. I wanted to serve, but I didn't want to be in like off in Nebraska or Grand Forks, North Dakota, or some bullshit base.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go Air Force because I'm a lightweight. I don't want to.
And you aim high.
Right. I'm not hardcore. But when I first went down, I went down in September. I was supposed to ship out. I had trouble making weight because back then, for my height, I had to be under 211 pounds. I'm 6'3". That's insane when you think about it. Mm-hmm. So I finally, the first time I didn't make weight, it was 231. I went down there again. It was 220, and I finally made weight. It was 210. That was my final processing date. Then I got my shipping date for the school, and then I went down. I was ready to ship out September of 1985, and I didn't make weight.
I was 11 years old.
Oh jeez. So back then, this is before nobody had a cell phone, nobody had pay phones. Fucking internet was barely in its infancy back in '95. So I was down in
AOL CDs.
And our base was in Mansfield, so they outprocessed in Columbus. So I was down in Columbus, and I called my dad. I had a fucking sack of quarters. I was popping in the payphone. Hey, come pick me up. I gotta get back home. He's like, well, I can't do it. I'll send your Uncle Stan there, but it's gonna be several hours because
right,
Columbus.
Right.
So fucking, I was 12 hours down in Columbus, just killing time, just because I had nothing to do. I just stood at the UDF and fucking drank some milkshakes and just fucking walked down the railroad tracks. But and if I wouldn't have done that, I was considering the Navy for a little bit active duty. But in hindsight, the Guard was what it was at. I mean, I never involuntary deployed anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, I was always, I got great trips. You know, a couple of them were clunkers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, I would have still been the Guard anyway. I mean, I don't have any military family in my history. You know, my uncle was in the Navy for a couple years back in the 50s. But other than that, I mean, I'm the first, probably last. I remember my whole family being in the service. You know what I mean? I mean, what was you? What decided to make you join?
I originally wanted to go in straight out of high school with my buddy Alex in the Marine Corps, but you know, I decided to go to, you know, family wanted to go to college instead. So I did that and
There you go.
dropped out of college, went in the military anyways. But yeah, I want to do Marine Corps because they're the coolest ones.
Is that because of Bill or just because?
No, I didn't even know him then.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, and then but I think if I would do it again, it's hard
Yeah.
not seeing the retired 38-year-old military officer veterans that make like $5-6 grand a month, 38 years old, never have to work again. Like
Yeah, I mean,
I'm 3 years from that, and I'm like that sounds pretty awesome to be retired and
Yeah.
before you hit 40,
Dude, if you could,
and to make enough money to live off of, to like then just do whatever you want,
Literally,
and,
it's a dream.
and pursue any avenue because you know everything's at that point taken care of, and you can live your life instead of
something like that, don't you?
being
The
beholden
last,
to
the last 5 years of the active duty, something like that would probably be okay. But man, if 20 years of active duty,
No, I'd probably do like at this point the Coast Guard Air Officer.
Nice.
That's got to be a hell of a lot easier than enlisted Marine Corps or enlisted Army.
Dude,
I imagine, I don't know because I was never officer, but I imagine the workload would be kind of similar. What I do now is just paperwork and BS and computer work and
just work out a couple times a month, and that's
yeah. Just make sure you pass your PTs and you salute the right people and you get the right paperwork in. Versus doing with all the other BS.
Lower enlisted on active duty is such a shit life when you think about it. I mean, all your buddies are away at Ohio State and Bowling Green, partying it up, doing whatever. You're stuck in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Jacksonville,
cold fucking base.
Jacksonville opening up the armory at 1 a.m. because a unit is coming back from deployment, and you've got to sight count every single rifle, and then load up a stake bed truck and drive it up to Cherry Point, where you sit up there for 2 to 4 hours waiting for the unit to come back, and they're coming back from deployment, so they don't care. They just want to be done.
Choked up thinking about it.
Yeah, it sounds much nicer to be in like officer quarters, just worrying about who I'm going to see at the Oak Club on Thursday night.
Did you guys do, we used to call them ORIs, operational readiness inspections? It's kind of like you just play 10 gear for a week or so, or just even we're going to Mount Ford, everybody put on their gas mask. You guys do shit like that?
No, our deployment rotation was so high that we never really had time for that. It was just always like every month another unit was deploying, so we had to get weapons ready, that kind of thing.
It's weird with that because it's like the military's been in war since 2001.
There was just an article I saw on TV now, but they showed a snippet on the news about how they showed this kid who was going to a war that started before he was born.
Yeah,
because he's a new recruit going to the army, and he's 18 years old.
That's insane when you think about it. People who were born in 9/11 were still fucking over there. We still really haven't done anything. If you think about it. What the fuck have we done over there? We're still, and there's no exit game, and everybody's like, "Oh, bring the soldiers here." They don't know. They don't fucking know. We're damn big.
Yeah, I need to end it.
All right,
to be ended by presidential proclamation.
I can be involved in.
We're getting there, bro.
You have no interest in it.
I'm not in the military, so I can't relate.
All right, let me ask you then. Well, if you could go in,
Oh yeah.
what would you want to do?
Let's
say this.
backtrack that. Were you ever out of high school? Did you take the ASVAB? Were you ever close to joining the service or anything like that? Not at all. Did it ever cross your mind to join the service? No.
So if you could go in any branch, active duty, National Guard, Air
Force,
Reserve, Air Guard,
probably
Merchant Marines,
probably Air Force.
Okay.
Probably follow my dad's footsteps because he's an Air Force veteran.
Okay.
What reason would you do for the Air Force?
Fly? I don't know.
What would you want to do? See, a big thing now is when people ask me, I've talked to people like
I was just being a
kids who like want to go in. I had one ask me, and he was like, "Any advice?" And my advice was, if you're gonna go in, you know you want to go in, pick an MLS or a job that you know is going to give you some sort of job prospect outside of the military when you get out, because eventually you're going to get out.
The hardest, what so many people do because they're young, all they see is a dollar sign. So
Right.
whatever the biggest bonus is, that's what they're signing up for. That's how they get people for the infantry.
Right,
they get
right.
people for-
Right. So they'll offer like 15 grand to go in the infantry and then nothing to be a mechanic. But in 4 years, the infantry guy is now a security guard. Meanwhile, the diesel mechanic is making 75 grand working for Peterbilt. You know.
But what my dad did was he was in the Air Force and he went to fire school through the Air Force.
To be like a
So-
fireman or like fire
Fireman.
rescue or.
Fireman. So when he came out, he was able to get a job right away.
That's good. That's good. Oh, I just want to close.
Yeah.
He was able to get a job right away, and he's been a fireman. He was basically a fireman
So that's a good career to get into. But like, what would if
from
you
late 70s through for over 3 years as a fireman.
if you were
Retirees.
18-year-old Pat graduating high school and you're like, and a judge is like, you can go to prison or you can go in the military. What would you do?
Well, military.
Well, I mean, like what brand? You said Air Force,
Air Force.
active duty, enlisted, or you want to do like
See, I'm not too familiar
officer.
with
So basically, enlisted
Yeah.
is basically someone who doesn't have a degree, right? That's straight out of high school.
right.
Usually, officers have like their bachelor's.
Or you can get an officer by going like you ever heard of the Air Force Academy.
Yeah.
That's how you.
Or
become an
or you go to a military academy that
Top Gun.
right, that kind of sets you up. So you graduate the military academy with a degree, and you get your officer, what's it called?
commission.
Commission.
Okay. Probably something like that.
Some of them you go like an academy, like an Air Force, or
Yeah, like something. I would like to get some sort of education at some point.
Now, did you go to college at all? Have you
Yeah.
ever-
Yes, I went to Lorraine County Community College, and they have a partnership program. It's called that they have several universities you can take
right. I did,
several
yeah, I did
classes.
try C with that too.
a program like
Yeah,
that.
try
So-
it. I know what he's talking about.
Well,
You
you
get a
know-
bachelor's.
Right. So basically, you go there first.
You can't get a bachelor's at Tri-C.
No,
No, no,
Yeah.
No, I was thinking something different. Where basically you go into the community college first, and they transfer every single credit over to a local college. So I went to CSU.
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
I did
Okay.
Tri-C first.
And I was able to get a business degree through LCC.
Oh, nice. I know
yeah,
that.
good deal.
That's
Yeah,
your
yeah,
bachelor's. Is it BS?
Yeah, business management through Clinton State.
Oh, nice.
Oh, no shit. At least you get it for there.
Why don't you?
Yeah, you want a job? Man? What's up, man?
Yeah.